my companies are suffering because I'm in the government. You just pointed that out a moment ago.
Right.
Do you think it helps sales if dealerships are being firebombed? Of course not. And Tesla customers are being intimidated all over the country and all over Europe.
Mm-hmm.
Does that help Tesla? I mean, you had Tim Waltz, who's a huge jerk, running around on stage with a Tesla stock price where the stock price had gone in half, and he was overjoyed. What an evil thing to do! What a creep! What a jerk! Like who derives joy from that? And it was pointed out to him that actually, Minnesota State Pension Fund is a major investor in Tesla. But he didn't care. He was so overjoyed by Tesla stock going in half. Does that sound like a good person to you? I don't think so.
So you're asking, that sounds like a good person to you. So apparently there are people who have lost a job, There are people who are going hungry, There are people whose families have been separated from their loved ones, There are people who are actually not going to receive social security check or who had not received social security check last month, There are people whose source of income, has been actually closed down. We're talking about the USAID. There are people who actually programs that were helping them down, they have been closed. Talking of DAI, there are people who actually they are protesting on the loss of their job. There are postal workers out there actually crying out loud, against privatization of postal service. There are people who actually are gonna drop out of schools. There are university students who are gonna drop out of schools as they will not be able to receive loans. There are children with disabilities there who actually they are gonna actually do not receive the best education because you guys are actually scrapped out DEI. So how, does it sound like a good person who did that? These are type of questions that actually we should ask ourselves, right? Yeah.
And there were quite a few deaths, I have to tell you. I was like, my security team said, well, it's actually gone down from yesterday to today. We're down from 18,000 to 17,000. So I'm like, well, maybe it's getting better, But you can see how crazy some of these people are. Look at the two sort of people that tried to assassinate President Trump. I was, and one, they both almost succeeded. So it's real. It's not like some imaginary thing. So anyway, so
apparently the Elonia Empire is crumbling, is crashing, is coming down very hard. So this guy actually is being fought left, right, center, enemies, friends, family, even there's this just recent clip I just want you guys to watch with me where a Tesla store was being spray painted by activists in Sweden. Yeah, and these guys, they mean business. So let's watch this clip. Apparently, these guys want to actually draw attention to Elon Musk and democratic actions, and this involve. Okay, I think if I may not choose side, there are ways he's doing by the right thing, and there are other ways, or the other part, this guy is actually doing very, very bad. So we all know maybe he's been doing a very good job, but there's this saying, being at the right place at the wrong time, or the right time at the wrong place. So he's trying, to save Donald Trump's tenure in office, but the criticism is how he's working. There are people feeling like, okay, we've seen many people's jobs are being cut down. First, he was being criticized by his salute, even her daughter, Wilson, I think it's Wilson or who, yeah, she was actually, criticizing, calling it a Nazi salute, and he was even sensitive when he was campaigning in Wisconsin. I think he said he need to be actually very careful with the types of gestures he's trying to present, because people interpret it in different ways. So Sweden, they have decided to show Musk that we are not okay with you. We want something different from you. So I think all this pressure, he's stepping down. I think he's claiming to be stepping down. So I want us to watch another clip here.
Amazing, but I also think he's got a big company to run, and so at some point he's going to be going back. He wants to.
You want to keep him around?
I'd keep him as long as I could keep him. He's a very talented guy. We found numbers that nobody can even believe, like 400 billion, 500 billion. It could be close to $1 trillion by the time they end on different things. I will say he's got, despite the way he's been treated, so he's an American patriot.
Despite the way he's been treated, he's American patriot. So these are words of His Excellency, Donald Trump, and he say he wants to keep him around as long as possible. But this guy, this empire is collapsing. Tesla, SpaceX, the things are not working. The investors are actually starting to point fingers. They're starting to be worried. We have seen the recent acquisition of his X from acquisition of X by his AI startup Grok. There are things I think that are being tried to be actually hidden here. Somebody said just buying your own things. So there are things behind it. We don't know, but it will just come into light. So the idea, he saved billions by the way he's doing. These guys are just cutting programs that meant to help millions of Americans. Veterans are complaining. American farmers are complaining. Education system are complaining. The old on social securities, they are all complaining. So there is complaints right, left, center, and this is really frustrating. I think this is one of the reasons why Musk is deciding to step down. So he says, like, at the end, of this project, I want to actually to settle. Go and work on your business. Your empire is crumbling. So there was their interview. I want to we asked to watch this
my
claim.
understanding that he replaced the communications contract for the FAA with his own Starlink program. Is that correct?
That is correct.
And it's also my understanding that Mr. Elon Musk, who has also infiltrated NOAA, which is the agency that does our weather service and tells the Americans and the world that, you know, what's going to happen with the weather, that there's also indications inside the agency that he would like to have SpaceX become the primary contractor for the satellite systems for NOAA. Is that correct?
That is correct.
And we've also heard that Mr. Elon Musk, who the DoD secretary almost gave access to secret war plans for China last week, is also angling to get billions of dollars in new contracts under the Department of Defense. Is that correct?
That is correct.
So I don't know about all of you guys, but this sure looks like a scam to me. I mean, right, they're calling it waste, fraud, and abuse, but really what we see is a special government employee who's a private businessman. He's the wealthiest man in the world, and he is literally infiltrating these federal agencies that he has a personal financial interest in. He's cutting the programs, he's eliminating staff, and then he is essentially positioning himself to put into place private contracts.
Okay, we'll know when a private business, okay, like we'll know when the things are just financed, you know, controlled by public sector, they tend to have many corruptions, you know, many loopholes on how maybe money being wasted. But if, you know, I think this, according to her, it's like Musk is infiltrating all the agencies around, you know, that has been investigated. There were rumors sometimes back that Musk had fired or had closed that down, the department that is responsible to investigating him. So you actually close down, or you actually fire the person that is supposed to keep you on toes. So all the issues raised here are quietly big, you know.
My understanding that he replaced the communications contract for the FAA.
He replaced the communication contract for the FFA, you know, and what does he replace with the Starlink? No, yeah. As she say, we know he's saving billions of Americans' money, right? But how are these money accounted for? You know, during, I think, there's a town hall where I think Musk attended, or is it the campaign for the current in Wisconsin? You know, someone claimed like, are we going to get the money back in terms of tariff relief, something like that? I would say we'll see over time. We'll see over time. So it's just amazing. So guys, without contradicting things, kindly write down in the comment section and tell us, what do you think? Is Musk doing the right thing, or actually is Musk causing, you know, havoc, breaking families? We all know there have been recent crime out there, you know, Musk this, Musk that, and also out of all this, I think Elon Musk says his life in danger. I think this is one of the reasons that he actually is deciding to actually step down, you know. Recently, the daughter or the son of the Elon Musk, the eldest daughter or the son of Elon Musk, whichever way you want to call it, you know, she was featured in Vogue 10 magazine, you know, and this is just something that I think when this guy saw is like, damn, you know, and you know, she or he went full blast, you know, talking bad things about you, or this. I think you can check the link of Vogue and see all the interviews. So there's another clip, actually we also want to actually check on it. This was interview in LBC News.
There's strong rumours that Trump and Elon Musk are beginning to fall out, and that the sort of supremacy of Musk is not going to last very long.
Yes, I think that's right. The Oval Office is a big office, but it's not big enough for those two egos to be in it simultaneously. And bear in mind, Musk was born in South Africa, so he cannot be president. If he doesn't start looking to the stock price for Tesla and some of his other companies, I think he's going to have unhappy shareholders. So I would say I'll pick a time by the summer. I think it'll be over.
So, the thing like, these two guys with biggest ego, they can't actually fit in the Oval Office. He say like the Trump was born in South Africa, he can't be the president. And many Democrats think like the president is the puppet for Musk. I'm sorry to say that, but I don't want to actually make it means like other side. We want to actually deliver an independent thing. So one thing I've picked from this conversation is that the shareholders are going to be unhappy with the stock price of Tesla is plumbing down, and this is where now there's push and pull within with Tim Walz with Elon Musk, So Elon Musk is like this guy is moving around celebrating when stock of Tesla is going down. So anyway, let's see. He has many reasons for stepping down, but it's okay. Whatever he do, we'll support you, Musk. Or we don't. I don't know. Do you Americans support Elon Musk to step down, or are you guys want him to actually keep on going? So many controversies are surrounding like buying voters, donating millions to voters, donating $100 to each Wisconsin resident, who will sign the petition against the certain type of judge. They are shutting down government agencies, causing people to go jobless. So are you guys supporting it? And tell me if you are one of the affected families that are actually, they have been affected by all these Elon Musk's that have been affected by Elon Musk. He's the Doge. So tell us what you think in the comment. Thank you.